All right, today is a new day. It's a bright day. It's a good sunny day. It's not raining. So today we're doing something that I've been putting off for far too long. Well, not far too long, but a couple days now. We're gonna be pulling the transmission on the BRZ today. Now the goal for today is to only pull the transmission. We are not gonna be reinstalling the new clutch or any of the new goodies on there because I kind of messed up. When I bought the clutch, I thought it came with a flywheel. Does not come with a flywheel at all, so I can't even put the new clutch on there. If I really wanted to, I could pull off the old clutch or the old flywheel, go get it resurfaced and throw it back on the car. I just bought a new one from competition. I think it was 250 bucks or something like that with 2-day shipping, so I should get it here hopefully by Monday or Tuesday. Hopefully, because I don't want to like keep the BRZ up on jack stands for a very long time. But this really shouldn't be too bad to do. I'm not like particularly looking forward to doing it. I did buy a transmission jack for like 80 bucks from Harbor Freight, so hopefully it's not like their jack stands and collapses on me. Hopefully. Oh, Jesus. All right, so the game plan for the BRZ here is going to be engine bay first. We're gonna disconnect the battery, pull off the slave cylinder, pull off any electrical connections going to the transmission, hop up inside the car, pull off the shifter assembly from inside of the car. Once that's done, get it up in the air, drain the fluid, drop the drive shaft, support the trans, drop the trans mount, and then undo the trans from the bell housing, yank that sucker out of there. I guess I'll get started in the engine stuff first, and we will see how long this takes us. It is about 10:30 a.m. right now, so let's see like somewhat how long I don't know how long it's gonna take me to pull this. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. So like I said, I'm not particularly excited to do this, but it's something that we have to do before even getting the turbo set up in the car. So we're gonna do it. So I need to disconnect the battery first. I need to pull off the negative terminal because we are gonna be disconnecting the starter. I don't wanna get electrocuted or shocked or fry anything. So the starter is gonna be coming off shortly after we get that guy out. There are a couple things back here. We have that one ground wire on the trans we need to pull, those two electrical connectors, that gray plug and that brown plug, and then the slave cylinder right there, which just has two 12mm bolts that holds that boy up to the trans. And then we can get that off because it's kind of interlocked into the clutch fork back there. So I'm just gonna get going and pulling off the engine stuff first. I'm just gonna kind of time lapse going through, disconnecting the battery, doing a couple wiring things. It's nothing like extreme that you guys really need to see or miss. Once the trans is out, we'll go over everything again. If I can access the starter bolts clearly from up here, I might hit up the starter while I'm up here. But if not, I'll just do it from underneath the car. So let me get this kind of engine stuff done first. Then we'll hop inside the car, disconnect the shifter assembly, crawl under this beast of a car. This beast right here. Woo! And then we'll just get the car jacked up and start pulling the trans out. So I went ahead and I jumped up a few steps. I have the battery disconnected fully. I took out like the main ECU engine harness and this like crossbar, the same one that's over there that goes on this side. It was just getting in the way. I got the starter out from up top. I just wanted to get it out of the way. These bolts were like really on there. Like they've never been taken out just by looking at them. So there's a whole bunch of like crud hanging out on the bolts and it made it just a real pain to get them out. Slave cylinder is also disconnected. All wiring going to the trans is disconnected. All the grounds are pulled off. So everything up here for the engine is pretty much, or for the trans removal is pretty much done. I got one of the bell housing bolts also, just because it was the one up top and I could reach it. So next thing to do is hop into the car and pull out the entire shifter assembly. Once the shifter assembly has been pulled out, we can actually get the BRZ jacked up to start removing the transmission. It's not gonna be too bad. Like I'm just feeling lazy today and I don't wanna do it, but I need to get it done. Especially for all the incoming parts and the giant box parts that I have over there, because I need to get going on this because I want to get this thing tuned. I want to get it ready. Once we get the turbo kit, I just want to throw it on here and be able to like choo-choo on and just live our lives. Just to show you guys before I hop in the car, right down there is where we pulled the starter out of, and then there's also one bell housing bolt like right up here that we pulled out too. There's one more down there, but I just couldn't get a good grip on it. So let's hop in the car and start pulling out the shifter assembly, and then we can get this guy up here. So Brian up at the mod garage, being the saint he is coming in clutch for me right now. So I can't really get the car high enough on just jack stands to be able to get the trans out. I've been playing with it for a couple minutes and it's just not gonna happen. So I can probably pick up the quick jack in about 2 hours or so. But in the meantime, I want to keep going on this, so I'm going to get the transmission fluid drained and the drive shaft and exhaust dropped off of the car, because I can at least jack up the front end of the car to be able to crawl under there enough to be able to get that stuff off of the car, which will kind of mitigate some time that we're kind of on standby. So let me get the front end of the car jacked up. Let me go under there, pull the differential drain bolt for the transmission, get all that fluid out, start working on the drive shaft. I'll kind of show you guys how I can. It's gonna be a pretty tight space down there, how to take all this stuff off, but it's pretty self-explanatory. There's 4 bolts that mount the drive shaft up to the rear differential. There's 2 bolts for the drive shaft carrier that keep it up to the subframe itself, or not the subframe, what am I saying? The chassis. Keeps it to the chassis. And then after those 2 bolts, it just slides right out and we can take that drive shaft out. So once we get the drive shaft out, I'm gonna start breaking loose the bell housing bolts and everything else, so that way when we do get the quick jacks in, we can just get the trans jack underneath of it, get it slid out, and get all of that old like clutch flywheel stuff off the car. Yeah, so you know, let's just do the stuff. Let's do the stuff and do the thing. For temporary measures, I just have the car on all 4 jack stands right now just to let the transmission drain. So I just got it jacked up. I pulled the drain plug for the differential, or for the transmission. If you guys don't know how to do that, I've made so many videos about how to change your trans fluid or your gear oil that I'm not really gonna go into it. Just jack up the car, pull the plug. It'll all pee out, as you can see down there. So I'm gonna let this drain for another 5-10 minutes now that it's level, to get as much fluid out as I can, just because I don't wanna be peed on by gear oil. You guys have literally seen me get peed on by gear oil, so not gonna let that happen. So once that's done draining, I'm just gonna put the drain plug back in temporarily. I'm gonna pull off the exhaust, both the front pipe and the mid pipe, and then we're gonna drop the drive shaft. So to drop the drive shaft, we're gonna have to go up top, let the e-brake down, come back down here. We're gonna start in the back. We're gonna undo the drive shaft from the rear differential, come up here, do the center carrier, and then it will just bloop. It'll just bloop right out of the transmission, just slide right out. So we'll do that here shortly, but this is the transmission jack that I got. Like, this thing is like, it'll work out pretty perfectly. Like, it slides under the car, no problem. And shouldn't be too bad of an issue. We have a nice little ratchet strap on top to be able to strap down the trans to this. This thing was like 80 bucks also. I'll link this down below for anyone else who wants to do their own transmission work. Just because I personally don't like paying shops. Like, you guys know, like, anywhere I can save money, I do so. So that's what we're gonna be using to get this guy out of the car. A little excited to use it. I always like new tools. Freedom! The drive shaft is now out of the car. Not too bad. So to get the drive shaft out, it's just these 4 bolts on the back of the drive shaft. They connect up to the rear diff. You've got the like carrier for the drive shaft, like right here in the middle. These are both like 14mm bolts. They just pop right out, and then you just bloop, you just like bloop that guy right out of the transmission. Not too bad to do. The whoop, that's very bright. The front pipe for the BRZ is also out, so this is the new one that's going to be going in the car once we actually get the exhaust back on the car. So no more like cats and like mufflers or resonators. I'm not even sure what that thing is, but it's gone. The cat back itself is out of the car. I'm probably going to give this a good polish before it goes back on. But we are making good progress. But dude is straight up not having a good time right now. Like, it is a struggle bus right now. I crushed my thumb and it's just, So what is left? So we've drained the trans, we have the drive shaft out, the exhaust is off, the starter is out, all of the wires are off the transmission. I think it's time to start undoing the bell housing of the transmission from the engine. I think I'm gonna be able to like scoot it out underneath there. If not, then we can go pick up those quick jacks from Brian, but I think I can at least get it off of the engine. So it's gonna take a lot of wiggling, a lot of annoyance, and just it'll be interesting. When doing this, you are going to want to put a jack or something to support the front of the engine up here, because just moving it out and pulling that transmission out the engine, there's no pitch stop on these cars, so the engine's going to want to like lean forward, and you can like crush your intake and a whole bunch of other stuff. So make sure that you are supporting the engine if you are doing this, but it shouldn't be too bad. So I'm gonna go around, start breaking all the bell housing bolts loose. I think there's like 6 or 7 of them on the bell housing. They're not too bad. I believe they're all 14mm. So hop back under there, start pulling all those guys off. Something over there just made a weird noise and I don't know what it was. Don't fall off. Don't fall off the jack stands, please. It's not going to, it's not going anywhere, what am I saying? So I'm gonna go break bell housing bolts loose. Yay, I guess. I mean, yay. Yay, because it's so much fun. So much fun. So much fun. It is fun. Don't listen to me. Okay, so I've been going at this transmission for probably about 20 minutes now trying to separate it, and I think it's about to come free. Oh, looks like it. Looks like it. Dude, you want it. You want to. I know you do. It's so close to coming off. I need the Haiti boy. Ooh, give me that orange one. Come on, dude, let go. Oh my goodness, dude, not even close. All right, I gotta go back up top, hit it some more. Oh, not what I wanted, not what I wanted, not what I wanted. Oh, don't you, it's sliding on me. I've got it. She's free, she's down. Now I gotta get the trans off the transjet. All right, I need to get transmission off of transmission jack. One bolt out of the way. Oh. Ah. All right, with this one bolt out of the way, should be able to slide it right out. No. Yes. Yes. Freedom. Freedom. Focus on my face. I am filthy, as you guys can see. Like, I am so dirty right now. Don't even care. I got this muffin. It's chocolate chip. But the transmission is out of the car. Not too bad to do. I am going to be swinging down to Subaru today. I need to get crush washers for the fill and the drain on the transmission. I'll show you guys kind of all the good stuff we got going on down here. I did pull the throwout bearing and the clutch fork off. And the shaft looks like half decent. When I'm at Subaru, I'm gonna see how much they charge for a new one. If it's like a reasonable price, I'll snag one. If not, I will check online and see like how quick I can get one from Subaru. But let me show you guys the transmission. Let me show you the good. Oh, my muffin! It just exploded all over the bench. It's literally crumbs everywhere over there. But let me show you guys the transmission. I want to show you guys the inside of it also. Oh geez, it's heavy. Now that we've got it out of the car, just to kind of give you like an idea of how I pulled this off and how we like finagled it out of the car. So I had a little bit of struggle getting it out of the car. The way I got this out from underneath of the car was I took the front passenger wheel off because that was not gonna come out with that thing on there. And then I always thread my bolts back in so I know where they go. So I just had to take the bolts out, pull off these electrical connectors, and the transmission slid right out from right over here. Now, as you can see inside of there, there's the shaft I was talking about, and there's some pretty like decent wear on here. There's not a lot of scarring, but I feel like since I'm gonna be in here like swapping everything else out, I might as well swap that guy out also, depending on how much Subaru charges for it. We also have a new pivot ball coming for that. Verse Engineering makes one, and then here's our throwout bearing. Like, it has seen better days. I am curious what the clutch looks like itself, because we need to take the pressure plate off and the clutch off. Once those are out, then we can get access to the flywheel. I don't think I'm going to be pulling the flywheel off the car today, though. I think that's going to be for when we get the new flywheel in. So I am going to need someone to help me pull that flywheel off because I'm going to need them to hold the crank up here, unless I can get a bolt down there on the bell housing to kind of hold it in. But as for removing the transmission, it's not too bad to pull out. So your starter sits right up here. So if like we're sitting in the car right now driving, here's our transmission, here's our like gear selector, like brop, 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 whatever you want to call it. We have one bolt right up here on the top. We got one right here on the side. We have another one down here, another one down there. The starter, which both of those go from the trans to the engine, and then there's like two more over here on this side, like right there. Now, like this is not an extremely thorough video. If you want like a super thorough video of how to remove a transmission, there are a lot of videos out there showing you guys how to remove these transmissions. This is just kind of hanging out in the garage doing all the good stuff, but I don't know. It's fun. I'm pretty proud of myself. This is the first time I've pulled a transmission by myself. Granted, this is a rear wheel drive car, so it's a lot easier and a lot lighter, but I need to clean out in there too because there's a lot of schmoo built up. So I'm gonna swing back under the car. I'm gonna get the pressure plate pulled off of the engine, That way we can kind of see how the clutch actually looks. And once I get the pressure plate off, I'll show you guys, but it's very empty down there. No transmission or anything, but there's our pressure plate right there behind the slave cylinder, if I can move that right there. So let me hop down there. It's just a series of 14mm or 12mm bolts. I'm gonna pull those off. The pressure plate will just pop right off, and then we can take a look at the clutch. Now, some of you may already know this. I don't know if it is true or not, but Exedy. Does Exedy make the OEM clutches for these cars? If so, I had no idea. But we have our clutch, pressure plate, and flywheel out of the car. That's just like the flywheel guard or whatever else. There's also oil on that from the rear main seal. Starter, transmission, shifter assembly, catback, driveline, old front pipe, new front pipe. So now I'm just waiting on the new flywheel to get here. Once the new flywheel gets here, we can put in this competition clutch in the car, and hopefully be done with the drivetrain stuff. I also have some M-Tech springs we're gonna be putting in there, and I threw on the rear shifter bushing, the new one that we're gonna be putting on the car too. So all the driveline stuff should be done after this, with the exception of maybe a carbon fiber drive shaft. Woo! But I'm so beat, you guys. Like, look how like filthy I am. I have like spent actually not too long. It only took me about 4.5 hours to get everything done, cleaned up, put away, transmission out and whatnot. So actually not entirely too bad. Once that new one once the new flywheel gets here, we'll get everything back in the car. Melanie was nice enough to help me hold the crank down while I pulled out all the flywheel bolts. So glad that's done too. But I need to go shower and then go to Subaru. I need to pick up a rear main seal, the shaft that the throw out bearing sits on for the clutch to do this motion. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And then a couple other smaller like crush washers, a couple other pieces here and there, just to be able to get everything back in the car. I want everything to be super fresh with the driveline. I essentially want the drivetrain to be rebuilt at this point because I already have everything else. So I might as well just do everything. So we're on standby until that flywheel gets delivered, but I'm gonna end it here on this one for you guys with the clutch removal for the BRZ. Overall, really not too bad to do. A little bit annoying, but you know, there's worse things out there you could do. But if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that little thumbs up, turn it blue, like the blue Subaru. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, which you should be, one of these corners, no idea which one yet because I got dirt in my eye, I can't really see, so it's like twitching a little bit. But with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies.